Welcome to the Build Guild podcast, a professionally unprofessional podcast for makers.
And?
Who are you?
I'm Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
And I'm a trim carpenter.
Oh.
Ooh.
Jack is the brother to the sisters we married.
Yeah, he's our brother-in-law.
Yep.
Does he look like your wives at all?
Not really.
I don't think so.
Although he's growing.
A little bit.
Question of the
he's
day.
getting his
The
hair
longer his
pretty
hair
long,
goes,
so.
the more it looks.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
Long hair is awesome.
If you're trapped on an
Apparently.
island, Jack's my wife.
Oh dear.
Brian's hair is super long right now.
That's right.
It looks good.
Like
Thank you.
good.
man bun.
Like an art teacher
Ponytail.
should.
There you go.
Like an art. Like,
Embracing my
you should
fate.
wear like, yeah, exactly. You wear a bow tie to school?
No, I do not. That's
You
just silly.
should.
No, that's for English
should.
teachers
Yeah.
And a sweater vest.
or science teachers who are men. Okay, sweater vest I would consider. But back to Jack.
Okay.
What do you wear to work?
I wear typically long pants
Uh-huh.
and a polo shirt.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you
And
do look professional on the job. Good
I
for
do.
you.
We have to enter people's homes now and again,
Oh,
and I like to
gosh.
be presentable.
Okay.
What? So
you tuck in your shirt?
No, I don't check.
Okay,
That's the
good.
word.
Keeping it
Oh,
real
man.
Keep it
in some
Tuck in my
small way.
Yes. You know it's like really official for me to tuck in a shirt.
You gotta have long sleeves
Really?
and tuck it in and wear a name tag and
don't tuck it
everything.
in.
You
If I
don't
was
tuck it
wearing
in,
a
you
polo-
slob.
I do. I slack. Oh man, it's terrible.
Polos get tucked in. If you're entering
I
people's
suppose.
homes.
No.
Go, rewind us now. You went to school, but you didn't go to
Yeah.
school for
Take it from the top.
carpentry.
Okay.
Rewind us back for the path to get to where you are right now.
Yes, please.
You're a full-time carpenter.
I'm a full-time carpenter. I actually get paid to
Whoa.
do
things.
what I do.
Unlike
Whoa.
anybody at this
What is
table.
that like? I don't know. Yeah, I want to know.
I have benefits. I have
What?
a steady wage.
Oh, man.
So
I'm out.
Are you working for a huge company or are you by yourself?
I work for a relatively big company. I think it may still be qualified as a small company, but we're all over the state of South Carolina, and there's about 350 employees roughly
Whoa.
for the whole company.
It's a big company.
So our office has about 30 people between administration, management, and
Are you,
techs in the
are you
field.
straight out of Hilton Head?
close.
Okay.
So we live right off of Hilton Head Island in South
oh
Carolina,
my gosh.
about 15 minutes from the beach.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Explain.
But you're from Cersei.
Yeah,
from-
so you went to
okay.
college. What'd you do that for?
So I went to college and graduated in 2018, December of 2018. I may be one of the youngest people y'all have had on here.
That is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
We don't ask people their
So-
ages.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'm 23.
Whoa!
Yes,
I'm
I think
going
you're the
to
youngest.
assume.
More than likely.
Probably.
So I graduated. I went to Harding, like a lot of people at this table. Most people, not you.
Not
Okay.
me.
Not you.
Not me.
School of Hard Knocks for Coty.
I went to business school.
Explosions.
What schools?
Business school.
What's a school?
Yeah. I got a degree in business management, and I have not used it yet, but I might be using it soon.
Okay.
So
There you go.
we'll just see. Coronavirus has slowed some things down, but and so I graduated December of 2018, and I worked for a Walmart distribution center for 8 months, and I hated it because it's horrible. And we looked for jobs around this area, and I couldn't really find anything better. And so we knew we liked Savannah, Georgia. We looked east. We found Hilton Head and Bluffton, South Carolina, which is about 30 minutes out of Savannah. I looked for jobs I was interested in. I looked up carpentry. I found entry-level carpenter position, and I applied, and I got it. And within 2 weeks, we had both found jobs and moved.
Wow.
So
So-
when you're going from I have no background in carpentry to apply to a carpentry job, how does that work?
Yes, do
How
tell.
did you get hired with
Tell us how that works.
Kind of why people buy furniture from me.
Yeah.
Kidding.
no school either?
Fortunately for me, and I've applied for other carpentry companies in Arkansas before, and typically they say, we're looking for experienced carpenters. Well, where do experienced carpenters come from originally? You know, how do these people build up years of experience?
Pixie dust.
Fortunately for me, I found a company that, at the time I was hired, had a 6-week training program They have programs for you to be able to purchase tools. They'll assist you in that. And the way it's structured was, at the time I was hired, very good for someone who was coming from owning no tools and having no professional experience in a construction environment to establishing yourself and getting
what's
things
up.
rolling. So
that's the advantage of a large company, I would imagine.
Explain to me
Can
this
afford to do
school.
that.
Like, is it you go to a school of woodworking, or
So
is it
there
like you're
was-
just going to a job site?
He got on the school bus every day. There was a table saw in the back.
I packed my little lunch.
Uh-huh.
No, so this program, they called it, well, I won't say what they called it, because
Okay.
I'm probably not going to say my company name on here, just in case I say anything that gets me in trouble.
All right.
That's fair enough.
Can't hurt to be safe.
I probably shouldn't say mine ever. But you do you. You do you.
But it was a 6-week program in Charleston, South Carolina, which is about 2 hours away from where we're living now. They put you up in a hotel 5 nights a week. You show up at the job site 7 a.m. You're working with a few other guys that have typically no carpentry experience.
That is so sketchy to me.
They're-
I'm sorry. Like,
Is this on somebody's house?
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're making this house, and now
And then
come
they
on.
turn you loose on someone's house.
Now
No,
you've got
That's
a trainer.
yeah,
That's
I was
akin to
saying.
going to like a hospital that's training a bunch of people that
Okay,
have never
so
touched.
somebody was right there with you side by side,
Okay.
effectively apprenticing for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Telling you, hey, stupid, don't do that.
Well, yeah, that's
Every
fine.
time you try
My
to do
first-
something
You
wrong.
might not have said stupid.
Okay. All right. Good.
My first thing is like safety.
Yes.
Like these people probably never even held tools, right?
I'd assume you
Well-
probably did because you wanted to be a woodworker.
We're not
That's
monkeys.
a carpenter. You know what it is, at least.
Yeah, you said
I don't
that.
know.
Okay, go ahead.
So, fortunately, we're a little more niche than just general
Gotcha. Okay.
go into a house and do everything. I mean, there's a few things that my company specializes in. We were originally a door company. So we had in the 60s or 50s, we opened up, and all we had was a retail store. We sold doors, we installed doors, and then they've slowly expanded into trim. Most of what we do now is installing exterior doors. We'll subcontract out most of the complete trim packages. Then after floors are installed, we'll come in, we'll install the shoe mold, we'll do any punch work, anything that's damaged by the painters or whatever finger you want to point at whoever, we'll come in and fix that
Cool.
afterward, get things ready for the house to close.
Nice.
So, but yeah. So 6 weeks in Charleston, you're showing up at a job site, you're working side by side with a bunch of guys. I mean, if we're shoeing a house, if you're learning how to shoe a house, there's typically 4 guys in a garage.
Explain what shoeing is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
So shoe mold is that little curved piece of wood that many of you at home might have
Quarter
at the,
round.
at the bottom of your
Yeah, that's what I
at
call
the
it.
bottom of your baseboard.
Uh-huh.
Shoe mold.
So
That's
there's
fancy.
Shoe mold. There's cabinet shoe or cab shoe. There's quarter round, whatever you want to
I just
call it.
called all of it quarter round.
Yep, me too.
Yeah. So
That's what I'm used to.
quarter round is technically what we use.
The
shoe-
size, quarter.
Shoe mold
Okay.
is a different measurement, but we don't use shoe mold anymore, so we call it all shoe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
if we were learning how to do that, there's 4 of us in a garage. Each one has our own miter saw stand and miter saw set up.
Oh,
And
okay.
we're all working through a house,
Just
tackling
going
one house
at
at a
it.
time. And that's
Okay.
how we learned how to do that. We would tag team exterior doors, get together, and you learn all the steps of the process, how to work with the flash tape, how to cut the house wrap in the right places, and how to level and plumb a door, how
That's
to
a
seal it
useful skill.
correctly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
No.
No.
It's easy-ish, but it takes a skilled set to make the door.
Depends on the size of the door.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
French
if you're working
doors
with
and
an 8-foot unit, solid core door, you're
Yeah.
working with something that weighs probably close to, 70 to 100 pounds. And if you're setting that on your own, which is what we do once we're in the field,
yeah, that's
that can be
hard.
dangerous if you're not capable. So,
So
Yeah.
they're not a general contractor. They're not putting up the house.
no.
You just go in and trim it out.
Yes.
It's basically all.
So
what your job is, straight up.
So my job, day to day, is probably 50% punch work. So 50% repairing trim that was installed by a contractor that we subcontracted out
Okay.
to. So we're kind of a sub that subs out stuff.
Yeah.
That's
So-
so cool,
Everybody
man.
subs everything out.
Yeah.
And it's like, who is actually doing the job?
I know.
Yes.
And how do I get in on this?
Yeah.
Like, how do I just
Pass it.
have passing it on? Like, yeah, we'll take that order.
Uh-huh.
Let me call this guy.
You won't know that it's.
Yeah.
I'll stamp my name on it. But
Yeah. Or actually, it's like someone called me and then I called my guy. So
Right.
that's basically what you
Yeah.
guys are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So because it's good for us because I get paid an hourly wage, which is better than getting paid per job.
Mm.
Because that means I could count on 40 hours a week instead of getting paid
Whether it's
75 bucks
or,
for a house,
Yeah.
and it may take me 3 hours. It may take me 10 hours.
Yeah.
It just depends on the situation.
Yeah.
If it's raining, if there's other people in the house.
What's the other 50%?
So 50% punch work and 50% installing hardware or shoe. Now, hardware is another thing we do. We install all the door hardware in most of the homes that we work in. So knobs, latches, locks, bathroom hardware, toilet paper holders, and towel bars and towel rings. So anything with Moen or Kwikset or Schlage on it is usually installed by us. And we also do blinds. So we do a
Window
lot of
treatments.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice. So you did that for 6 weeks.
So
in
6
the learning
weeks
curve,
in training,
right?
and then
And how confident did you feel coming out of that 6 weeks that like you were on your own?
I felt pretty good about everything we learned. Now, that wasn't in depth on, we didn't do much handrails or anything like that.
Yeah.
There's something we didn't do crown at the school,
Okay.
and so those are things that I've kind of had to pick up in the field.
Oh,
on
you
my
have
own.
done it?
So I have. I mean, that stuff you watch YouTube videos and figure out how to
Right.
do.
So have
crown.
you ever done any of that crazy jigsawing compound patterns
the
into
upside down.
yeah,
jigs?
into
Oh yeah.
trim work on the ceiling or
No.
molding? No.
No.
Okay.
I've done crown. I've repaired some. We do false beams in certain houses
okay.
and stuff like that. We do some custom work. It just depends. We do more of the stuff we do is production homes.
Okay.
It's homes that are going up in just a couple months, and so
Also like stick built, like
yeah.
yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Okay. You're not doing like custom homes with like ornate, weird.
No.
Okay.
That is not. We are a faster and bigger. Not an
Ain't
intricate
nobody got time for
operation.
that. I
Yeah.
got you.
So
How long have you been doing this now?
about 9 months. So we moved there in August, middle of August, just kind of on a whim. And we moved there on a Thursday, and I started on Monday.
I'm more fascinated about the fact you guys pretty much just threw a dart at a map
Yeah.
Yeah.
and just went.
Let's go east, honey.
There's
Let's-
no one there
alright.
that you know.
Let's see.
Nothing
Hilton
like
Head,
that, no
yeah, why not?
family.
Yeah.
Savannah, Georgia's okay, but so I'm gonna aim for that. Oh, the dart hit this.
Yeah.
Let's go to South Carolina.
There could be hurricanes there. Forget it. Let's go anyway.
Yeah, we had to evacuate within the first
Oh yeah.
3 weeks we were
Welcome to South Carolina.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So I can't even remember the name of
We're
the
15
hurricane
minutes from the beach.
because it didn't hit.
Not anymore.
It did
did
not
not.
where we were.
Didn't make- oh,
Five
okay.
minutes
So,
now. Yeah. Huh.
But yeah, hurricane season might not be fun this year,
Okay.
but being 15 minutes away from the beach is nice.
Okay.
I mean, it's whatever. It's
Yeah.
COVID, murder, hornets, or hurricanes.
Mm.
Just take it.
Tornadoes in
Yeah.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 9 months in, what are your thoughts on? Is this what you expected? Is it something you want to keep doing? If someone were to come to you and be like, "Hey, you did this. Should I do it? Is it the best way to learn?" What are your thoughts on all that?
I think it's what you put in is what you're going to get out.
Yeah.
This is the kind of. You'd be surprised by how little some people will try.
Did anyone quit?
Oh, turnover is a huge problem.
Okay.
And part of that is just the area we live in is. It's a lot of people's second and third homes.
Okay.
The community is elderly.
Okay.
It's a lot of old people.
Retired
Yeah. Retired
and vacation homes.
or rich.
All right.
Retired or rich or
Okay.
both. and there's not very many young people at all.
Okay.
And the school district is great, so the young people there are typically, mid-30s, and they've already settled down and had kids. And so my wife and I have not.
You guys are weirdos.
Yeah, we've not met anyone our age.
No kids in your 20s.
These drifters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're listening from South Carolina, wait, South or North?
South.
South Carolina, and anywhere near where Jack just said, reach out to him.
Yeah,
he needs friends.
He's an okay guy.
They're weirdos, man. But
Don't talk to me. Leave me alone.
Madeline's
okay,
from
never mind.
Maybe
Don't-
stay far, far away.
Maybe no. I don't know. He's got good hair.
Yeah, his hair's pretty.
His hair's pretty.
So when you're you get out what you get into it. Do
Yeah.
you feel like you got out a good amount? You made the right choice?
Yeah.
You happy with the choice
I
you made?
feel like,
Looks
because
that way to me.
I'd already done the college thing. So I'd already graduated. I had my degree. So it's not like I'm just looking for a job to pay bills. I'm looking for potentially what I might be doing as a career for the next 20 plus years.
So
You don't want to go back
you're
to
looking
college,
to
then.
climb that ladder.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
You want to get a graduate degree?
I don't know.
No?
I don't need one yet.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
Don't get one till you
Ben's
need
like, no, don't do it.
one. Don't do it.
Just
Yeah.
thought I'd ask.
Don't go into debt until you want to just go into debt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the ladder to climb? What would you be your next step? So you're on your own trimming,
yeah.
right? What's the next step? What does that look like?
So the next step would be, if you're the kind of person that enjoys doing the hands-on stuff all the time, you can pursue mastery. I mean, any carpentry company is going to allow you to pursue.
That's what's up.
They'll give you a certificate, certificate with a sticker on it that says you've got 10,000 hours or however that works. But if you want to be a master carpenter and get paid a ridiculous amount per hour, then you can pursue that, or you can go the management route, which would be what I'm probably looking to do with my degree, which would be a field manager position. I would be assigning work to a few field technicians, installers. So people like me right now, I'd have a few guys underneath me that I could
Boss around.
point and say, stick a nail in that.
Oh, all right.
And I'd also be responsible for taking care of a few neighborhoods. So I'd do trim takeoffs on houses, measure the houses out for what they need. We have option orders, so I'd have to order the hardware for that house if they want bronze or if they want nickel or if they want Madison
What's
it's
the
like
most used color in a house right now? Trend.
nickel is
Nickel.
probably what we do most of.
Is it brushed?
Yeah, brushed
Yeah.
nickel.
That's what all of our stuff
Everything,
inside the house is.
Yeah.
It's the first thing we did when we moved in. We
Not ours.
removed everything. It's brushed
Gold.
nickel. Gold? When was your house built?
It was
I think
built-
It's pretty new.
It was built in '95,
Okay.
and then when the realtor, when I was looking at it, I was like, man, this is all outdated. And then they were like, gold's making a comeback, and I was like, sure, okay, whatever.
Trump, man.
4 years
Trump
later, not making a
come
comeback.
It will. It
Not
will.
yet.
Just gotta wait for it.
Wait
Yeah.
for it.
Wait
It's
for
like
that.
playing the stock market.
Yeah,
Just wait that gold comes back.
wait for gold to come back.
It'd be nickel or bronze.
Yeah,
Oil rub bronze is kind of the,
yeah.
or old world bronze.
Mhm.
Either one of those are kind of the probably more expensive options that people order. So it's probably about 30% bronze and 70% nickel that we install.
I'm waiting for those puke green bathtubs to come back too. You guys remember those?
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Not really.
They're like or pink. Remember the pink ones?
Vaguely.
In like old homes, y'all? remember?
Yeah, yeah. We just came from a house and went to Heart Group today, and they have a red sink. Red kitchen sink. Like Christmas red. They bought the house, that is not their color of choice.
You
Okay.
But
slip
I'm-
with a knife and cut yourself, you'll never be able to
No
tell
clue.
when you're done bleeding.
And the cabinets are Christmas green.
Okay, no.
That's festive.
No.
like
I don't
it.
That's-
understand
That's
it.
a big fat no.
Whatever.
I like red,
I think
but
they
no.
painted the sink too. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's
It's just
not
red
great.
paint.
It's not good.
You know what? I love Christmas. It's crazy.
The good thing about your job, let's say you don't stay in that field, then you find something different.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you're doing something that can translate over to everyday life as well.
Yeah.
It's not like when I worked at the Bible house, I now have this usage knowledge of where what publisher I buy X, Y, and Z from. That does not translate to anything else.
Yeah.
You can now at least trim your own home.
Yeah. Well, I have tools now.
Yeah.
I've
Tell us about the tools.
Yeah.
Let's
So-
discuss tools.
That was fun.
You
So-
go in with no tools.
Yep. Nothing.
You're required to buy your own tools.
Yeah.
How does that work from my drill just broke, but the company requires you to have the drill to use it to do your job? Are you personally
So they
responsible for that? They give you an allowance?
there
for
is a
tools?
program with this company that they will give you, I guess, kind of an advance. They'll give you X amount of dollars, and they'll say you can buy the tools you need, and over 12 weeks you're going to pay us back, and we'll take it out of your paycheck.
So they're giving you a loan.
Yeah. Zero interest loan.
Zero interest loan. Okay.
So with a pretty quick payback,
Yeah.
depending on how much you spend.
First tools you bought.
Yeah, what'd you get?
So I went all yellow, all DeWalt.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black
Stop
and yellow.
it. Stop. He said yellow.
Black and yellow.
Oh my gosh.
Yellow and black.
That's a good choice.
And
It's the Steelers.
Oh, right. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yankees.
so they require a drill and a driver, an impact driver, a drill, a miter saw, and a lot of other things are kind of optional. Circular saw you need for certain things on the job. I have the multi-tool. I mean, I did the 5-tool pack that DeWalt sells. It comes with the
Man.
multi-tool, the circular saw,
Should have went with Hart, man.
the
I
sawzall.
don't think Hart existed at that point.
Oh yeah, it was 9 months ago. Probably not.
They're
what's
new, right?
what's
Just
Hart?
coming in. Hart Tools.
Hart
That's a
Tools?
Walmart
Yeah,
I've not
it's
heard
the
of-
Walmart brand,
Yeah.
bro.
Walmart
Exclusively at Walmart.
And your shop.
And my shop.
Are you buying that
Yeah.
stuff?
No, sponsored by yours.
So they
Oh,
must
are
be
you really?
pretty
Yeah.
cheap, right?
You shut your mouth, Jack.
Snap.
That's really. I mean, I used to work for Walmart.
No.
So
So yeah, they
Really
are
affordable.
very cost effective.
Cost effective.
cost.
There it is.
But they're working in your shop.
Dude, they were great.
I mean,
Are they shop effective?
Yeah. Well, I haven't broke anything yet.
What have you bought?
How long have you had
Or
it?
received?
So
or whatever.
about a month.
it's true.
I don't even know.
What have you
I
bought?
don't even know how this works. What do you
Receive.
own now that is Hart?
Brian doesn't get anything for free,
No,
so he doesn't know
yeah.
how it works.
So yeah, I reached out to Hart, being a Walmart exclusive tool. Walmart starting in Arkansas. Organic being a Arkansas.
Oh, yeah, it's a good
Company.
angle to play.
Yeah,
I
that's
see.
exactly how I played
Okay.
it. And they were like, yeah, we'd love to work something out. So they sent me drill, driver, things that you would see in the YouTube videos.
Oh,
Circular saw, battery powered circular saw. They are also sponsoring our giveaway that we are doing. And the
yes,
winner will
currently,
be-
right now,
Yeah. Winner will be announced Wednesday.
Wednesday. So when this
Oh,
comes
yeah.
out, you have
2 days.
less than 24 hours because we release it on a Tuesday morning.
Yeah. So
okay.
yeah. So less than 20. Yeah, you're right.
Organic woodwork.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're
Go to-
listening to
on
this,
Instagram.
get on Instagram.
AR
and
Organic.
What's in this prize pack?
So they're doing a 4-tool pack. It's like a drill, driver. Can't remember what else.
Sawzall?
Circular saw?
Sawzall's
a part of it?
Sawzall and
Alright,
a
I'm in.
flashlight.
Sweet.
Reciprocating saw. Is
Whatever
technically the
it's.
term.
I know.
Sawzall's a
Yeah.
brand.
Thanks, Dad. Yeah.
Like a Q-tip
Yeah,
or a
Dad.
Kleenex.
Thanks, Dad.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
you call a circular saw
That-
a skill saw
that is in
sometimes.
there.
So.
Yeah, I do it.
You do it.
Wisebond is giving away a deep pour kit
Of
Mm.
epoxy.
of epoxy.
Yes.
And Merca
Merca,
is giving
you're sander
away
people.
5 boxes of the Abernet sandpaper.
Mm.
It's like a 50 pack.
Wow, that's a lot of sandpaper.
Yes,
The
please.
winner's choice of grit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jack, do you use sandpaper in your job?
I
don't
use
see a lot of sanding in your life.
So working in, I guess, residential construction. It's construction sites. We're wearing hard hats all the time.
But trim carpentry, the house is basically done at this point.
What is that hard hat? do
Depends
to that
on
hair?
what we're installing at the time. But so there's painters around, there's different crews around. So when I need sandpaper, typically I can walk in a house that was just painted and there will be a sanding block on the floor right there.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I never go out and buy
Free sandpaper.
What's
So,
up?
we don't have to sand a whole lot. It's just sometimes to fill in some seams and some trim.
Yeah.
We might
So the
use it.
stuff that you put on, is it already pre-primed, I'm guessing?
Depends
paint?
on if it's MDF, it's pre-primed. But the neighborhood I work in, it's mostly wood trim.
Okay.
So it's not pre-primed. It's straight wood. The shoe that we put on, or the quarter round we put on, is usually primed. But everything else is just straight up pine.
Nice.
Pine. Interesting.
Pine.
I hate oak. Oak trim.
Why?
I'm looking at more I just don't like the
grain pattern.
The grain pattern of oak.
Well, fine.
Well, most people they
Grain
would only
snob.
use oak if they didn't paint it and they stained it.
Yeah. I don't
And
like
no
the grain
one-
pattern though.
Yeah, well, no one likes wood stained crown molding and trim. Really,
It's a good
it
point.
makes everything look really dark. That's why
It's
it's
got to
all
be some
painted
shade of
now.
white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything being the
You don't
modern
paint-
white.
Yeah.
I guess you
Now,
don't usually
I guess you
paint
could,
oak.
if you're
huh?
going to use hardwood for like crown molding and like shoeing and stuff. You probably do like a colored Rubio monocoat on it. That way you still get the grain, but you also lighten up the color.
Rubio.
Do you use any
But that would
oils
be
or anything? or
super
it's just-
expensive.
No.
Do you,
Yeah, it
do, you
would.
do you do any painting, any staining
I
of
just
anything?
discovered how
or you
expensive
just
that
put
stuff
it on?
is. I mean,
Not-
it's good stuff.
Not
You
Not
use
in
that
the
stuff, right?
subdivision I work in.
It's one coat for a
So
reason.
there are
Okay.
some things that I've seen us deliver some stain before, some quick stain products before. I don't think we do any staining in any of
Good.
the neighborhoods
Man,
we work in.
No sanding, no
No
staining.
sanding, no staining. That is the job for me.
There's a little bit of sanding.
Little bit of sanding.
You'd be
a little
surprised. You'd be surprised how easy it is to overspray on some of our products.
Yeah.
You know, if a
But
paint,
now-
yeah.
If you were to sand, you would use Merca sandpaper, right?
Yes, you would.
Another product he's sponsored by.
Yeah. I'm getting the trend here.
In the giveaway. In the giveaway.
Welcome to the Bill
I don't
Gill
have
podcast.
I don't have the
Yes.
benefit of being sponsored by anyone
Cody's getting.
Yeah.
because I don't have.
So, but why don't you do? So you don't do any like social media thing? I guess like being on your phone is probably frowned upon.
yeah, I probably wouldn't want to be on my phone.
He's probably actually
an
making
area
sure he
where-
doesn't chop things off with all the power tools.
What's
that-
really
yeah.
sad is that you would have the most content ever because you're working this
Yeah.
daily. That's what I find really interesting about content creation.
Get Madeline to follow you around.
I could GoPro it.
Oh,
Go
okay.
for it, yeah.
There you go.
That's why I started doing stories. Because
Oh,
it was
stories.
taking me like for like I would be like, well, I could take a picture right now, but if I just do stories, like everybody just sees what I'm doing. So it's not a big
People
deal.
love
There you go.
stories. Did you see? There's a new YouTube channel that it is like Dad, How Do I? I think that's what it's called. Dad, How Do I?
No.
And this guy acts as if you didn't have a father and he was your father, explaining like, okay, son, this is how you change a toilet. It in 2 months went from 0 to 2 million subscribers.
Really?
Huge.
Well,
Huge.
I have a lot to say about that.
Okay.
What does that have to say about the absent
Oh,
father
yeah,
in
absolutely.
our
Sure.
like society? That's
Absolutely.
crazy.
Yes.
Whoa.
Which is also at the very center of why things are the way they are, unfortunately,
There it is.
in my opinion.
No kids for you.
No kids.
No kids on
No
the way.
kids.
Not yet. No.
Okay, that's
No
why I
kids
thought
that
you
you've
came.
abandoned.
That's why I thought you came.
Should have seen the look he
I was
just
like,
got.
wait, am I allowed to say this? Are
No,
you?
we just bought a house, so we're
Explain the
very
process
much
of buying a home.
very much in debt.
So
Did
some
you do
some
the,
of our
did you
listeners.
do the molding?
Yes.
Not yet,
No.
but I
Did you
probably
build that
will
house?
because my wife will not like what's already in there.
Explain the process of buying a house
Yeah,
to someone
back
who has
close to,
not done it yet.
to Hilton Head Beach.
Okay.
Okay.
First home ownership. ever.
First, you throw the dart.
Yeah.
Pick a
First,
spot.
you leave college, then you throw a dart and move.
I
You-
would say
And you went to
first,
renting. You're renting right now.
Yes,
Start that
we're
way. You're
renting
renting
right
a
now.
how big?
400 square feet.
400 square feet.
Wow. Advertised as 500. It is not 500. I measured it.
Stinky.
They're counting the attic space,
It's,
maybe.
it's actually 396 square feet. No attic
and it's
space.
you two and a dog,
It's
a
us,
full-size
us
dog.
two, a golden retriever,
Uh-huh.
and a rabbit.
A rabbit?
Well, why wouldn't you?
Was a rabbit in
Why not?
this? Was it? Did you move into the rabbit's cage?
Yeah,
That's
that's what happened.
feet, bro.
The rabbit was
No,
there.
We've had the rabbit for years.
What is the price of a rental unit in beachfront for 392 square feet a month?
So beachfront, I don't know,
Or,
but
I mean, you're
close to the water,
close to the
right
water.
off of the island, as cheap as we could find it.
Uh-huh.
It is about $1,100 a month.
$1,100 a month. Crazy.
So
Crazy.
Crazy to us. That's
yeah,
double
crazy
my
to
mortgage.
because we're sitting here in this low cost of living
But that's-
Sure.
corner of
so
Arkansas.
400 square
That
feet.
has no water touching it.
There you go.
My apartment in Hawaii only paid like $2,100 and had like 1,500 square feet. South Carolina, man, they are like.
It's Hilton Head, yo.
There's
Still,
a lot.
I lived in like
a lot of
Hawaii
money.
is super expensive.
It was super expensive.
So you were in an almost
and
400
I was
square
nowhere
foot
near the
apartment,
water. To be sure.
Yep.
and you were looking for a house,
We're looking for a house.
and your wife went out driving, and she said, "Hey, let's get this."
So first, I would say
Yeah,
evaluate your financial situation.
that's
Did you do
excellent
that first?
advice.
We did.
Good for you.
We
Good.
did. We
Good
both
for you.
Leg up on the game
are
already.
very blessed to be compensated very well for the work that we do.
Good.
I, in a regular part of the year when there's not a virus going on, have the ability I can pretty much work as many overtime hours as I want.
Nice.
Within
That's good.
reason.
Yeah.
So a typical week for me would usually be around 50 hours. But I could work certain times of the year up to 60 if I wanted to. So evaluate your financial situation.
Read Dave Ramsey.
Get pre-approved before you waste the buyer's
Oh
time
my
and the
gosh.
seller's time.
Get pre-approved.
Yes.
Yes.
I hate
Which
the
if
people
you're
that
using
went
a
and look at a house
realtor, your
before you even
realtor
know.
should be like.
Yeah.
They should have
If
told
you
you
have a
that.
good realtor, they'll
Pre-approved.
tell you to get
Yes.
pre-approved.
Yeah.
Also, pay attention to school districts because this county over here might be $50,000 cheaper, but when you go to sell that house, it might take you 5 times as long.
Dude, people
Sure.
buying your house are not going to be buying your house and having kids. Or with kids.
Are you sure?
What is
Like, how many
What do
kids you going to fit in
Oh
that?
no, he means the house he's buying, not the house he's living
Oh,
in.
no,
It's
you-
not the same
The
rental.
rental.
Okay,
No,
good.
no.
You
but
said
would,
you're renting.
You would be
He's
surprised.
renting a house and
You'd be
Yeah,
surprised.
I thought you said it was like a
no,
rent-to-own
sorry.
thing.
No.
I mean, there are people
Sorry,
in
buddy.
this
I was like,
complex.
yeah.
There
my
are
bad.
people in our complex that have 3 kids and they live in a 400 square foot apartment.
Yeah.
So it's just
God
it's just
You gotta do what you gotta do.
it's as cheap as they go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's what they can afford, and it's tough, but yeah. So get
You did the
pre-approved.
pre-approved
We
stuff.
got the pre-approval. We
Then
you
you're
know
like, let's go drive around.
talked
look at
to a
house.
realtor. We paid attention to the school districts, so we knew that the county we were in was the county we wanted to live in. We didn't want to go any further out, even if it was much cheaper to buy a house in a different county. You kind of want to just get a feel for what kind of neighborhood you want to be in. Do you want to be in a gated neighborhood? Most of the neighborhoods there are gated, and that here might seem like, oh, a gated community.
That's pinky up, my
Yeah.
friend. I don't know what that
It's-
is.
It is not. Quality of the homes wise, gated community means nothing.
Okay.
It just means you have to enter a code.
I
before
lived
you
in a
can get
gated
home.
community once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pinky up.
Shared a cell with all those guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it's, just pick what you like. We wanted to stay relatively close to the island because that's where my wife works. That's where her office is. And so the side of town we were on, there's a few nice neighborhoods near there. We knew we'd have a pretty good ability down the road to sell the house. And so we found a house. It's for us, it's really nice. I mean, we think it's a really nice house. It's way more expensive. It's in a way different ballpark than we ever thought we would be playing in price-wise. Because coming from Arkansas, you can, for $150,000, you can get what? I mean, at least a 2,000. I mean, more than that. Probably a 2,000 square foot house.
Sure.
What, here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to get a 2,000 square foot house where we are, you're looking at more than 300.
Okay.
You're looking at probably 320,000 roughly.
Okay.
That ballpark. So
So just increase everything by 33% or more.
granted, I couldn't make what I'm making in Arkansas.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's all
And
relative.
that's-
I'm sure.
So it's a different ballpark that we're playing in financially. But we found a nice neighborhood. We think it's a really good deal on a house in a neighborhood that the property values have gone up
Good.
like 50,000 in the last 2 years.
Oh, well, okay then.
So as far as I'm concerned, it's a pretty
Ride
good
that train.
financial investment.
Yeah.
There's some updates we want to do to it, but we're really excited.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So you're closing?
We're closing July 1st.
You have under contract closing July 1st.
We are under contract. We looked it up on Zillow again the other day, and it now has the little
Okay,
red
officially
bubble that
says
says under contract.
Let's make sure that they accepted this.
Got it.
Yeah.
So they accepted it. We offered what they were asking, and we lumped in we didn't negotiate down because we're putting 0 down.
Yeah.
We qualified for USDA. So we were very fortunate. We thought we were going to have to lump in our overtime pay into our finances to see what we could qualify for. Turns out, had we been able to do that, we would not have qualified for the USDA loan. So we got very lucky.
Yeah, that's what we got when we bought this house, because I was the only one working. Molly was still in school, and so we looked at like 15 houses. They were all not wonderful. I wasn't making a very great wage, and it was only me. So, yeah. And then they're like, when we kind of were like, okay, which one do we decide to pick? They were like, oh, something's coming available, because it's a family. That's a family of realtors. Like, my dad has something somebody's going to sell. We walked, like, we opened the door. Yep, bought it. 100%. Yep. Here you go. It wasn't even on the market yet. This is it. Because we knew walking in. Oh, that was the most stressful buying of my life.
Really?
Houses, cars, insurance. I hate all 3 of them.
Yeah.
I despise it. Don't enjoy it.
Never had an issue.
Really?
That's great for you, man. I mean, it wasn't like an issue. It's just like super stressful.
I wouldn't have thought
is
that.
Is it just like looking number-wise where it's like you're
if
going
you
in on a
wrong,
contract?
man,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
choose wrong and then a month in the house falls apart,
I got you. Okay.
you are screwed. Like,
Well,
you're
you
not.
can always set it on fire and claim insurance.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah,
man.
there's that.
I'm just kidding.
Right.
I'm kidding. I'm not an artist.
Cody is joking.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Well, and for us it was
Watch my house.
Yeah, watch it burn
Fire.
next week.
I'm like, oh crap.
I know a guy. Burns.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
dear.
place of employment burned down.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as
Yeah,
long as you
started.
don't leave the generator plugged in.
Let's see.
and
The guy's friends with Ben Myers, who used to work at the Bible Bookhouse.
Burned to the ground. I don't
There's
know.
a pattern forming here.
Yeah. For us, we were nervous that, if we walked 2 houses and we picked the first one we walked. We kind of knew going in that that's the one we wanted. But we were afraid it had only been on the market for 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't decide now,
Yeah.
is it going to be gone by
For sure.
Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we do decide now, is there going to be another house on Monday that we like even more than this one?
Yeah.
And when you're investing,
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands
More
of
money
dollars
than you ever have invested in your
of
life.
someone else's money
For sure,
into
yeah.
a house,
Yeah.
you're kind of concerned about those things. But we walked it a Friday afternoon, and by Friday night we had kind of talked about the location and the price, and we just thought
That's it.
we should jump on it.
Yep.
So
There you go.
we did.
What's the first thing you're going to do when you move in?
We're gonna paint all the walls white.
Paint all the walls white.
What are they now?
Right now, yeah.
Just different. I guess
Randomness?
nothing is too bright. I guess there's nothing that's too offensive.
But it's not white.
Not white.
No.
So
White's the way to go.
yeah, yeah.
What's going on? Oh, what is going on in your shop now?
Well, things are starting to pick back up. I think
Oh,
business
good.
is opening up, so our commercial stuff's starting to come back in.
Yeah.
Good.
We have interior designers, which are kind of the thing that really keeps us afloat. Like when interior designers come to us and like, hey, there's this restaurant opening up.
Mm.
They need X amount of tables.
Oh, is that how
this
that
certain
works?
design. What can you do? And then for our interior designers, we give them at a wholesale price, just because we want to keep them coming to us.
Mm-hmm.
And interior designers got to make money too.
Yeah.
So, and they usually come at us with such a large quantity of stuff that we can
Everybody's happy.
we can work that out. Yeah.
It's also like a sales point for you because they know, hey, this organic
yeah.
made all these tables. Oh, I'm sitting at this table. I want organic to make me a
Nice.
table.
Yeah.
So that's how it happened in
That's how. Yeah. Saber and Sip. for
Saber and
example.
Sip
Yeah.
because your brand was on all of them.
So who's the we though? Because how big is your operation?
Him and his mom.
His mom,
Me.
literally his mom.
Mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
She's
And
in the office.
I have a few people that like, I don't know.
Hang out.
Hang out.
Hang out is the
volunteer.
word.
Cole
Right.
was there, but then he got married and
Yeah,
absconded
Your first
off
employee
to
is gone.
Iowa or wherever the heck he's
First-
from.
Yeah. Whatever.
Hey, that's a success. Let's throw a success party.
Yeah.
You had an employee.
Yeah, he did.
And that person moved on to bigger and better things, and
Yeah.
you're still open.
COVID
Yeah.
has not killed him yet.
Not killed me yet.
Yeah.
And so But yeah, so we're still open. Yeah, when Cole left, you know, like he left because he graduated
Yeah.
from Harding and was getting married, and his fiance was going to law school either in Montana or Malibu. There was one she applied for in Montana and one she applied. I'm not confusing the two.
Right,
I know they're completely different.
Both start with
Ben's
M.
looking at me like they're not the same. Yes, I know. I know, Ben. I know they're not the same. I didn't put in the applications to apply.
Okay.
Just letting you know. So anyway, so then he moved, but it was like right when this whole COVID thing really kind of kicked off and left, and then. You know, then we were sitting there like, I don't even know if I want to like be working here anymore.
Yeah.
So like, he bailed at the right time.
He did.
Like,
Nice.
He did.
And so yeah, so now things are starting to pick up. And we'll see what happens.
Did you go in the negatives there for any point?
No,
Well, that's good.
I mean, when you don't have any overhead,
yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Except for
Right.
The
Mom.
lights.
Well, that's
The
good.
lights. Yeah.
And Mom
Yeah.
at the desk.
Yeah. And it didn't last too long. It was just like a
Yeah.
2-week lull of circling the drain.
Right.
But I think everybody kind of did.
Are you
that.
still looking for another employee?
At the moment, no.
No.
Yeah.
Not enough labor.
There's not. Yeah.
Needed.
I mean, they're coming in, but it's not like it was.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to
Yeah. Yep.
Baby steps back.
Mhm.
baby steps back. That's it.
Yep. And you got Hart in the shop.
Yeah, we got Hart in the shop. We got. I just love their tagline. First of all, do it with heart,
Do with Hart.
which is.
Sure.
I mean, that's where we started at.
Applicable
Like everything we
to
did
your
was
business for sure.
And what's Hart
So-
again? Is that that's the Walmart?
Tool. Yeah.
Okay.
Tool brand.
All right.
Do you use any Hart
Go
tools?
to
I
Walmart.
do.
Go to the hardware section.
I think I have a Hart tool.
Oh,
Oh, see.
I bought their little pry bar set
great.
because we do.
No, you told me earlier that you use a pry bar all the time.
Yeah.
And it's their Hart. Pry bar,
it's,
right?
it's Hart brand.
Boom.
Yeah, I got it at
There
Walmart
you
because
go.
I was looking for a good deal.
Dude.
So
That's it.
I went to Walmart. I looked for a little pry bar because I needed one to remove.
You're
bad
so
trim.
jaded from
He
working
is.
at the
Oh, he is
distribution
so
center.
jaded.
He's so
What are you
jaded.
talking-
He just keeps wants to blow Walmart.
Man.
First of all, tell you what, Walmart, if you're listening, which you're not, you don't care about this.
Do not send Jack
You
Henderson
send me
a-
anything you want.
Send it to
I'm
organic.
out for it.
I just want to say, I worked very hard for that company.
I'm sure you did.
And I was compensated well, but
I've heard stories. You're not the only person I've ever known who worked there.
I was
so.
left very tired.
That's
just say that.
Yeah.
You're
it
working.
was not a rewarding
You're
environment.
working in a warehouse.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters what name is on the building. You're working in a warehouse.
Yeah.
It's just not one of those thankful jobs.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
not, that's not the case.
Funny thing though, my old boss lives right next door to where we are. right
That
now.
That
is
is
true.
I've never spoken a word to
We
him.
figured that out.
Well, because he probably is up all night.
He is
sleep
literally
They're not outside very
30
often.
feet that way.
That way, actually.
Oh, is it
That
that
way.
way?
Yeah, the
He is
other way.
literally 30 feet the opposite direction I thought
This
he was.
is really playing well for the audio.
Exactly.
Yes, that
Because
way.
I am pointing everywhere
He
in
went
all
that
the
way.
wrong directions.
What are you building right now? What are some of the builds you've got going on?
Barn door.
Mm.
I built a lamp.
You
I
built a
watched the
lamp.
story.
Did you? I just
if you're
did
not
it.
watching stories, you gotta watch the story.
I just did the
It was
stories,
pretty nice.
like the full
was
throughout the
wonderful.
day. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna build a lamp today. So
Yes.
I took some chunky cypress that I had and I made a lamp.
That was not for anybody. That was just
That was just
I'm in the
I
shop
wanted
with
to make
nothing
a
to do. I
lamp.
better make a
Cool.
lamp.
I love lamp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
that's
Cool.
what I did.
Stick that on Etsy, man.
Yeah.
Somebody
Do
else will
it.
copy it.
No,
put
it's
it on
actually
theirs.
in my house.
Organic on it. Oh, he made it for him.
Yeah,
It's his lamp. He loves
My-
lamp.
I love lamp.
Yes. Yeah. Man. Let me tell you a thing about Etsy. Can I go on an
Uh-oh.
Etsy rant
Yes.
for
Yep.
a minute?
I've been
Spill
waiting
it. Tell
to
us
do
the
it.
secrets of Etsy,
If you
which
have
has
not-
done well for you.
If-
Tell
yes.
tell people how to make money on Etsy.
Yep. Come up with something that only you have until somebody directly rips you off and puts it on their Etsy shop.
Oh, right.
Yes.
I know
Yes.
this story.
And so if anybody would like a Myers anything file from his Etsy, come to Organic where I have it
Or he
posted.
has
That's not
paid
who it
for
was.
it
No.
and re-uploaded it as his own. So I sell some CNC files, some patterns, and they're pretty well known in the community. as a certain wasteboard on CNC. It can be used on any CNC, really. And they're well known enough to be referred to as the Myers wasteboard or fence or table, something like that. So every once in a while I peruse the Etsy to see what is new in CNC world and such. And I see a listing that looks very familiar, yet was not from my shop. And I click on it and I think, this is literally my file and literally the same picture ripped from my shop and re-uploaded onto this guy. So I send a message and say, hey man, I see you're selling my file. You haven't contacted me or gotten any permission. Although you can do what you want, that's pretty shady. It wasn't those real words, but it was something like that. And then he responded back to me. And in responding back, your order number pops up right next to the chat, of which he was one of my future or past customers who has literally ordered the files that he is now selling.
Oh my God.
And he said in the chat, what makes you think these are your files? Facepalm at that moment. What makes me think?
Did you just screenshot it?
Yeah, you should have.
I did a screenshot of. You realize the chat is right next to your orders.
You are a
order
previous
listing.
customer.
Boom. Why would you buy my files if you're selling them that are exactly the same?
Was he undercutting you?
Yes, by 50%.
So he's selling like your products at
My product
Walmart prices.
At a Walmart price.
This guy's got a lot of heart.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
No,
that's
Jack.
hilarious.
No.
Jack,
did
Jack,
it.
no, Jack.
I have nothing
Go to the
against
corner.
Heart Tools or Walmart.
Take you and your gorgeous hair and you
This
put
guy-
your nose in the corner.
This guy's one of two that were selling my files. The other guy was selling my files, again, at a discounted price. He was zipping all the files in one
Oh,
shot.
how
Oh, wow.
convenient
So you're getting 5
for
files
him.
for 99 cents.
Wow.
I mean, I would
And
do
it's
that
not
too
the
if I
money
didn't know work.
necessarily for me. It is. I'm a maker. I made something with my own creation, and you directly ripped me off. You did none of the work. You didn't quote me. You didn't say, "This is the." Okay, that's something. I've had people message me saying, "I'm going to buy your file and I'm going to mass produce this. Is that
Sure.
okay?" Absolutely, go for it. Yeah. You have recognized me as the creator of the file.
Yeah.
Just if somebody asks where you got it, point them my way. That's it.
There you go.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
This guy directly ripped it off. He also directly ripped off the Arkansas outline with the word home inside.
That was mine.
The only way to get that font is from Brian. It is literally the Brian Hickey font because he created that from nothing. And he came back with some snide comment, and I responded back. I don't know if you watch SNL, but when Seth and Amy did the really, I responded back with really with that picture.
Yeah.
And he eventually took things down because I went onto my Myers Woodshop group and said, hey guys, do me a favor. Report this guy's content.
Victory!
Or send him a message, say this isn't right, take it down. He took down most of his things.
Awesome.
You Me Too'd him.
Yes, I did. Me too.
So is this guy like a Russian troll from the other side of the
I
planet?
don't know.
We don't know.
One guy actually had an Instagram that was the same. He didn't even follow me. Okay, if you're going to rip me off, at least give me a follow. You know what I mean? That's kind of shady. You don't even follow me, bro.
Come on.
The other guy had there was no other internet presence under his Etsy shop name. So if you are listening and you're thinking about ripping other people's files off, one, be smarter, make a different logo or like file picture.
Be a maker. Do your own thing.
Do your own thing.
Do your own thing.
If you're going to rip somebody off, credit them or, hey, I got it from this. Something like that.
Or literally just make it yourself. Even if it ends up being the same product,
Yeah.
make it yourself.
But
Exactly.
if you don't want to do that, you can come and buy the Myers wasteboard at Organic Woodwork.
Organic
100%
Etsy.
true.
Absolutely true. Yep.
And I made it.
You physically clicked that
I
Got
made it.
permission and made it.
I made it.
Physically clicked that
It's
button.
mine.
Did it, yes.
It's mine.
That's my rant over.
I just named it after Ben.
That was worth
So
a
Ben,
rant.
can we assume you're gonna make a video that says, you wouldn't steal a car?
Oh, yes,
You
like
wouldn't
your
steal
mom
a
made you watch
handbag?
in front of all of us. But you would steal my files and post them on Etsy.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
Ripping Ben's files off.
is
Is
a crime.
It's a crime. Technically, it's not, apparently, according to Etsy, but it is super shady.
Ripping Ben off is theft.
Yes.
Theft
Well, it's
is
like-
against the law.
So I did a 3D file for the chess pieces that are going to be on
Yeah.
tie pinning
Which turned
to
out
his
really
chessboard.
cool. They turned out really cool.
And so, but I'm gonna upload those files.
You should.
To our Etsy.
If you
Just
want a
so
3D
people
chess
can-
beats.
3D, because I don't want to make them.
Yeah. Selling a file.
They're super easy to make. You cut them out, but man, just let people make them.
Selling the files is the way to go. Not having to mess with a customer, well, theoretically. Not having to send any physical product. Not having to mess with sales tax to wherever.
Well,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know, and it
it's
just
awesome.
worked out because with Onefinity and sending me the machine,
Yeah.
and so like now kind of getting some recognition from the CNC community,
Right, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so like people will kind of know, like, oh yeah,
Yeah. What you batched out, like 2 YouTube videos on CNC work now? 2
yeah,
or 3?
yeah.
You got
Showcasing.
one more
Cool.
in the works,
And
right?
I got one more in the works. It's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm excited about the
Yeah.
next one.
I have to do some videos on like an introduction to the Onefinity because
Yeah.
they sold a bunch and now I need to like capitalize in on those people wanting to watch things. Now's my prime time to make some videos.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I have 300 subscribers.
Did you really?
And like the videos on the Onefinity, like you can see like the progression of all my videos.
Oh yeah, it
It's
shows
like
in relative to what you normally do.
It's like one video is like 46 views, and then like the Onefinity's like 2,000.
Oh my
It's like-
Clearly, you need to keep
I was
doing
like,
shit.
so I got
Found
some.
your
I'm
audience.
riding this money pig all the way to the top,
Money.
boys.
You're not monetized though yet, right?
Huh?
You're not monetized on
Heck
YouTube.
no.
No.
How do you-
You're riding it to.
I can't even
Fame and
monetize
fortune.
the
What
things that I actually built. What makes you think I can monetize off of YouTube?
That's true.
At some point, I gotta make money.
Yeah.
Well, I'm waiting for my landlord just to kick me out. Be on the street, on the side of the street with my saw-stop table saw.
Just
So,
go
it's
door to
just-
door. What can I make you? I'll
just
make you
me,
something
a
in
roll-
your front porch.
Rolling that bad boy down the road. What
Hey, did you fix your planer
do you mean?
or your joiner?
It was
Planer
broke?
joiner, yeah. Because I remember being in your shop and seeing a huge slab with epoxy poured on it, and it had gone
Oh,
through.
yeah. So
and then it stopped because it was not flat at all.
yeah. So I can't even remember what that little gauge is called now.
A feeler gauge?
Well, Yes, that's what it is. That we've used.
Oh,
before,
a digital
but
gauge.
It's a. I can't remember the
So there's a gauge.
something meter. Anyway,
Something meter.
that measures the very finely tunes
Yeah.
the rollers on the bottom of the Grizzly
Yes.
planer.
Yeah.
And so I don't have that. And so I'm
A
really
dial indicator.
yeah.
Yes.
So we've used one that had like a mag switch to it.
Yeah.
I guess was used to like do things sideways.
Uh-huh.
So we rotated it down, put the mag switch on, and like tried to do it that way. And it works somewhat, but it's not perfect.
Less
and
than
then
ideal.
the rollers keep coming loose. Like, I mean, it's a very tiny Allen key that.
You're missing one
tightens.
on one side. I did notice that.
What do you mean?
One side is
On
missing.
the rollers?
This is getting more technical than I
Oh,
thought.
on those bolts, yeah.
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 You
It's
got it
not
for free.
missing.
You just say, what does he care?
It's not missing.
He's doing it with
The
heart.
bolt came off in the. Yeah, I went for the heart planer.
The heart planer.
So you
So-
fixed it.
You fixed it.
So
All that to say,
ish.
Okay.
he eyeballed it. If it
You
looks
ished
straight,
it.
it is straight.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Alright.
And if not, I'll sand out
We got
Any
out of
snipe
inconsistencies.
with a Merca.
There you go.
There you go.
Brian, what are you up to?
Well, speaking of sanding,
Sanding.
yeah.
Sanding more
You-
plastic pieces.
Yeah, you know how you have arrived at sanding purgatory when your wife brings you a quarter sheet of 220 she found in your laundry?
It's a dryer sheet.
Yeah, that's what it is. You just toss in a quarter sheet and you're good in the dryer.
A laundry smells like walnuts.
It's very soft.
Everything I'm doing right now involves sanding and more sanding and then some sanding and for fun sanding. Especially the Mandalorian thing that I'm making, and I just hate sanding.
That sounds
But
terrible.
I have to keep doing it, so I'm in that very unpleasant phase where I'm not making any progress. I just keep refining the shape and making a stupid helmet and then sanding it some more just
Is
for
it
fun.
the same helmet?
Yeah, it's the same
So
helmet.
the very first helmet that anyone has made, he's still working on. How
Yes.
many months in? 2, 3?
I've lost count. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I'm on no
many
timetable
months,
here. Maybe
many
by
months.
Halloween, maybe
a
not.
long
I
time
don't
ago
know.
in a galaxy far away.
There
is
you
when
go.
He started
That's
it.
what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
And but also
It
like
is baby smooth.
Yeah,
I've
it is.
touched it. It is amazing.
And that's only 220. I'm going 400, 600, and then wet sanding that sucker. It's going to be metallic. That's right. Yes. It's going to be
Like
Beskar.
He's gonna super impress someone.
I'm
somewhere.
going to impress all the geeks at the convention
Yes.
because I will be amongst them and one
My
of them.
helmet brings other geeks to the yard.
Okay, that's not where I was going with that. But it
You
will be
can't sing
completely
anymore 'cause
true.
It would copyright our
yeah.
our episode.
But I'm also enjoying laser cutting these geometric insect designs that I'm making.
Love
Those
them.
are pretty cool.
Love
Thank
them.
you. Yeah.
So what you did last, the dragonfly, right? That's the last one I saw.
No, haven't done a dragonfly, but it's on the list.
A lightning bug.
That's what I'm doing now.
That was the one.
In chronological
Yes.
order: monarch butterfly, bumblebee, ladybug, which I thought was really cool with its wings out, and lightning bug / firefly,
Yes.
which I think may or may
Mantis
not be.
needs to be
That
next.
hey, they got. Do they have wings? I don't know.
They have wings.
I think the
have-
next
on their thorax.
on
But
their
you need
thorax.
There
Whoa!
you go.
But you need to
Entomology
have-
101.
But you need to have it doing
Exterminator for
the
you.
Karate Kid
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh
pose. Like
yes.
the mantis, but in the Karate Kid, like on a stump,
Absolutely.
like
With
silhouette.
a headband.
Okay,
Boom.
done
Yeah.
and done.
Awesome.
No, I think the next one I'm gonna do is gonna be really creepy and not beautiful at all.
Spider?
No, it's gonna be a stag beetle with all his
Oh yeah.
claw horn
I
face.
literally printed one of those
You did?
earlier. Yes.
Oh,
It was a
Well, I
free
haven't
file
seen that.
from Fab 365. Every file from this guy, like folds. It's all connected and they fold into like 3D, like a car prints flat and then you fold it up. And
is
it's
that
a
the one
rolling
that you
car.
found the
Ah.
Enterprise on that you gave me?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and he did. I was looking for one.
So he did the Starship Enterprise, but he also did a stag beetle
He did
that
a
way.
Stag beetle.
That's
he also
awesome.
did the Back to the Future car,
Oh,
which is super
okay.
cool. Yeah, he does a lot of
Very
cool
nice.
things. So
So that's what I got right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
sweet.
What about
Wow.
I just got a sample in from a company that makes T-shirts, holographic T-shirts.
you? What?
They're normal shirts with like the wording and stuff is holographic.
Really?
And yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but
I
Oh,
thought
man, that'd be
you've covered
perfect.
all the
That's
bases.
perfect for my
Holographic
marketing.
T-shirts. Let's try that.
they make holographic T-shirts.
course
They're
they do.
wanting to. They have a laser. They're wanting to add a second one.
Uh-huh.
So they found my video on YouTube. I believe that's how they found it.
Sure.
And they're like, "Hey, we're looking at buying your laser. If we send you some samples, can you run some tests at these numbers and see if that laser will
Why
work?
am
And
I
if it
not
does,
surprised?
We're gonna buy it.
Of course you are.
So
Yeah.
that is what I am doing right now.
Well, that's cool.
We took your coffee design.
We did.
Your
Oh, yeah,
black-
yeah.
Black. What's it? What'd it say?
Get it yourself coffee
Get it
shop.
yourself coffee shop. Yeah. So a girl on Instagram loves it, and I had a extra coffee mug, and I'm learning to use the rotary on the laser.
And
so,
he is making progress.
I actually have started making money
There you go.
using the rotary. I've gotten
Yeah.
good enough to where I can
He's
do it
got it
now.
figured
Yeah,
out.
you did. I saw the bridal.
Yeah, I did 4 cups for a bridal
Was it a
groom's gift
thing?
or
Okay.
bridesmaid gifts. I'm not sure.
Whatever.
And those turned out really good. So I've gotten good enough to where, like, hey, if you're listening, you need some lasered cups.
Yeah.
I'm your man.
Yeah, he is.
Send them this way. I can
So-
make it happen.
Because you have to literally switch out, hardwire that
Yes.
laser to make that. And every
is-
time I come over here and I want to use a laser and that stupid thing's in there, I'm sweating bullets trying to rewire a 60-watt laser and then import
It's
some
literally
library
unplugging
file
and
set.
plugging a file.
It's a freaking laser. It freaks me out.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, so I've been messing around with that, and then the Onefinity, I ordered a spindle for it,
Yeah.
water cooled spindle.
Yes.
Very excited, very nervous. I've never messed with a spindle before. Only ever used routers and CNCs. So we got a water cooled spindle. It's not cheap either.
Mm.
Well, it was relatively cheap. It's a Chinese one on Amazon.
Well, it's
It was
still a
$3.75.
huge step up from
But
just a
it's-
palm router
yeah.
mounted on a swing arm.
Yeah, so we're gonna. I get that the end of next week because of COVID. Everything is not 2-day prime. So that comes the end of next week. So we're gonna try. Is the spindle worth it? Basically.
Okay.
And this is a legit video because I have no idea if it's worth it. So we'll see. You'll learn along with me in this video. And then I did buy some aluminum extrusion and 10, I think, aluminum extrusion. So it's like a square that has slots down all 4 sides. And it's like essentially like what the 3D printers are made of. And I plan on making enclosure for the CNC. I'll buy some plexiglass, and it'll fit in those channels. And then, so it'll just be kind of something you can lift off and move. Relatively light.
Nice.
Plans.
I'm going to laser on the Onefinity logo
There
and
you
my
go.
logo.
Yes.
I'm going to put in LEDs in there and maybe do like a backlit something.
Dude,
That'll be a video. We'll
Basically, it's
check
going to
it
look
out.
like it just landed from orbit by the time
Are you
he's
gonna
done
put
with it.
hinges on it so you just have to
I'm-
lift it up, or are
this
you
is
gonna
what
have it
I'm
where
not-
you just like pick that bad
No,
boy up?
it's going to be able to just pick up and off if I need to move it somewhere, or
Oh, okay.
vacuum up or something, or access parts around it. But I'm debating how to do the front door to access it normally. I'm thinking either maybe like a 2 sliding pieces of plexiglass, kind of like barn style door.
Yeah.
That way, I see a lot that like fold up, lift up. With the 3D printer, I can print like handles or hinges or something like that. So I'll experiment. I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna do. I'm worried. So it has to be 4 feet long. All 4
Jeez.
sides, basically.
Yeah.
So my plan was
Sag.
just do a 4 foot long strip along top and
Yeah.
bottom, and then the verticals on each end. But I'm worried that I'm gonna need a cross brace in between, and if I do, that may change my design of the door.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly sure. So if you have any ideas and you're listening and I haven't put the video out, and or whatever, you're following along on Instagram, shoot me your ideas. I'd love to know them. So this is all let's figure it out. It's nicer than like building a wood something. It looks
Yeah.
for real
I got you.
built out of metal. So I also
Yeah.
need to cut the metal in half, and I'm not exactly sure how to cut aluminum extrusion.
Mm.
Aluminum blade and a chop saw.
Yeah.
You done that?
Can you do
No
that?
idea.
Nope.
Do you
Okay.
have a metal cutting saw?
Hacksaw.
I
Chop-
do not have
A
a
chop saw
no,
is a metal saw.
but I don't have a metal cutting
Oh, okay,
chop
gotcha.
saw. I only have my woodworking miter saw.
How big are how thick?
They are an inch thick.
Bimetal blade
Inch
on
by
a
inch.
reciprocating saw. You can do it.
I need it to be a smooth, straight cut.
You can do it.
Just
I think
hold your arms really tight.
I think they
Tighten
sell aluminum blades for a miter saw, and that's what my first look is
Okay.
gonna be.
Well, yeah, that would
I
be.
just have never done it.
That would be
so-
the way if that
Or just
exists. Sure it
Dremel.
does.
Dremel. I could
Dremel.
Cut off wheel.
Just Dremel around.
You still have a Dremel, right?
It would take a really long. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh
I've
yeah,
got
it's
one
gonna
if you
take
don't.
forever.
Yeah. I also did some concrete to the front of my. How did you?
Some
This is the first time you like that
I love
concrete
the
ramp
concrete.
coming in here.
And is
I
that
don't
side
slip
job?
when it rains.
Look at that
Side
side
job?
job.
Yeah, no slip. It's always so. I built my shop in the lowest point of my house. Always wet back
In
here
a swamp.
in a swamp right there. So right at the base of where the ramp comes out into the thing, water held. You basically had to step in a puddle to get inside, and that ramp was made of wood and it was rotting away. And it would also wick water up into the side of the shop, which is not good. So episode 2 or 3, we had Peter Romano Masonry. He is now Rowdy Roman, selling some stuff on Etsy, firefighter trucks and CNC and stuff. So check that out. Anyways, he came over and we did in total 44 bags of Quickcrete.
That's crazy.
to
Put
make
that
the
Tundra
ramp.
to work, didn't you?
Yes, so Tundra can hold 2,068 pounds in the back of the truck, quote unquote, from the manufacturer, safely. We put a pallet of 33, which is 2,684 pounds, or something close to that.
It's a little over.
Yeah, I was
Just
a little
a
over.
tad over.
I was
Half a
definitely
ton.
low riding it. You know,
Scraping the hitch on the way
not
back.
quite,
Okay.
but not quite. It wasn't that bad. I mean, it rode fine. And Ace Hardware is like 3
Oh, that's
blocks
right.
away.
It was just down the
That's where I got it.
street.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it was a lot better than having to lift the bags in the back of my truck and then lift them back off.
There you go.
Yeah.
So-
And when you got here, of course, you busted out the
I
four-wheeler.
slid it off the back of the truck
Yeah.
onto the four-wheeler and did loops around the house, just dropping it off. Work smarter, not harder.
That's how it's
That's
done.
how it's done.
You
man.
can watch my Instagram of the time lapse of me just doing circles.
Yes, you can.
Dropping them off.
And it looks great.
It looks good.
You guys did a great job with Pete.
You did
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And we took the laser
That
engraved tile.
That was a nice touch.
If you look at the Instagram post, half of the comments are, "That's really cool," and then the other half is a mixture of people who don't follow me, who just saw that one post of the tile going into concrete, thinking, "Who the heck would put a laser of their company in somebody else's concrete?" Because they didn't know it was mine.
I thought you just slammed that in at random
Yeah.
somewhere.
Pretty much just put my
Well, it's like-
logo in a random
Oh,
heavy
wow.
concrete.
Look at the
Needs to be
the
done.
concrete logo we did of organic
Oh yeah, that's true.
back in what was like last April, maybe
Half a year
Last
to a
May,
year ago. Yeah,
June. And when I leave that building, it's still there.
it's there forever.
People are
man.
gonna be like, "Who?" You know.
What does this have to do
That's
with anything?
right.
Yeah, I was here.
Yeah.
We also did put our handprints, mom, dad,
And your raptor
2
son.
kids. Yeah, he held his hand with his thumb backward and would not like relax it to put it flat. But that captured his personality perfectly.
Yeah.
Fisher wanted it perfect.
He just
Yeah.
went
And then the youngest
Velociraptor on it.
deacon
Yeah.
just jabbed it
Yeah.
in there.
It's that
So-
nice couple with their deformed son.
Yeah.
Used to live in this house.
That's how it was. So that all did, and then the last quarter of the comments were that's gonna fall out. Check back in 30 days.
Okay, I guess
It's
we'll find
gone.
out. How long's
We're-
it been?
Not 30, maybe halfway there.
Okay.
But the
We're-
tile would
It
fall
looks
out?
like it's
Tile
holding
would
to
fall
me.
out. I don't know how.
Who cares?
I mean,
Why do people even need to like?
I don't
how much does
comment
that
on
con-
concrete
whatever.
expand and contract in heat and cold?
I'm not a
That
concrete guy,
much?
so I'm not
I
sure.
don't know.
I don't know.
Should have asked
I
Pete.
did learn you need to put a piece of plastic between the concrete and whatever you're putting it up against. I wouldn't have done that if
Yes.
he wasn't there.
Yeah,
Now I know.
moisture barrier. For
Yes.
Oh,
So
like what? Like plexiglass or?
no, just plastic
Plastic.
cloth.
Oh,
I had
like
like
sheeting.
plastic drop cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it, I mean, well, yeah. I guess you saw it. I mean, we did that in the because we were going to be coming up the wall.
I
a
didn't.
little
I didn't
bit.
ever see that happen
Oh,
there.
okay,
No,
gotcha.
but yeah,
Well, would treated 2x be the same thing?
I have that underneath
Gotcha.
where what it was going against.
Yeah.
And he still said no. We need to put a piece of plastic
Oh,
there.
okay.
So
I don't know what that is.
Did you spray for termites before you did the concrete?
no,
Do you know a guy?
I do.
Did you spray for spiders?
No.
Did you spray for
Ironically, I
cockroaches?
don't spray my own house very often.
Oh.
We did have an outbreak of earwigs.
Those are nasty.
I didn't
They're
realize
not like a
those are-
nasty bug, but
They're
they have
not,
pinchers
huh?
on their back.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, kind of.
They don't do anything.
They
They
don't?
use those to chop plant matter. They will not pinch you with
Today
those.
I learned.
That's
Huh.
Brian's next insect.
You
That
should do-
is a great idea for something that I'm never going to do.
claws out their
Geometric
butt,
earwig.
basically.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So
No.
yep,
The rectal claw.
that's where I'm at.
Won't be doing
Finish
it.
us up with what's going on. We can't find you anywhere because you don't exist on
Can't find me anywhere.
Instagram or Facebook.
You're just here. You're.
So I guess I'll leave you with my my personal project
All right.
for someone who does not have a shop.
Yeah.
I will have to borrow someone else's in South Carolina.
Mm.
I just designed an entertainment center.
Mm.
I think I posted it on your Myers Woodshop group. My plans for it.
Well, I gotta
So-
go look
I
at
haven't
that.
seen them yet, but I need to look.
I'm in the process of. I've designed it. I just have to buy the materials and find someone who will let me use their garage to build it.
Sweet.
What tools are you lacking to make this?
Oh, a table saw.
Table saw is
And
number
that would-
one.
That would be number one.
Is that something you want to get? Why not buy a portable table saw now?
I
Is it-
could.
It's not something you would use on your job site.
I
at this
am
point?
working out of a. I'm not working out of a truck.
Oh yeah.
I'm working out of a Volkswagen Tiguan.
Yes.
So that takes up the
It's
entire back.
I
then.
carry 16-foot materials on the roof rack of this
You got
car that is maybe
got an
10
awesome
feet
roof
long.
rack, fortunately,
Yeah, that was a vanity purchase back when we got the
For
car.
sure.
that actually
Yes,
works
I
now.
also
But
made
it
one of those.
It has paid itself off tenfold working for this company.
Perfect.
Because you just lash everything to.
You get a raise if you drive a vehicle that can transport materials.
Oh, really?
And so I drive.
And you were like, heck yeah, I can transport that stuff.
I drive a
Strap it
soccer
down.
mom, a hip soccer mom car,
Uh-huh.
It is a slick looking
and I transport bundles of
sport UV.
of shoe mold on
Yeah,
top.
Okay.
So,
All right.
so table saw. It's kind of it's not practical for me to have it right
Yeah.
now, portable or cabinet saw wise. So we'll see. And I don't. The house we just bought, unfortunately, doesn't have a garage. But just location wise, that's
Basement?
what we landed on.
Attic?
So I'll probably.
Space?
For a while, we've got some home improvement projects we'll do because we don't have any furniture because we're young and poor. So we're gonna pretty much have an empty house. So I'll probably make one of the front rooms my workshop
There you
for
go.
all the trim projects that I'll do
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I have the
3-bed? Is it a 3-bed?
3-bed, 2.5 bath.
Nice.
So backyard, solar panels on the roof, which
Whoa.
is
Pretty cool.
That's
paid
cool.
off. Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Speaking of, this episode is literally brought to you, by DeWalt. Because the power to my house went out earlier today. There is no power in the shop. If you're watching on YouTube, you're going to see the weird lighting.
Yeah.
That is because it's almost like mood lighting in here. That is because I'm literally running off of the DeWalt 1800 4-port charger pack that is also a generator. And that is powering everything we have in here.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
just want to say thank you so much for the gift of that generator. I didn't know I would come here and walk away with tools.
Oh, yeah.
So apparently every one of your guests comes here.
Everyone
You
leaves
interview
with
them
something
and they leave
from
with
the shop.
They leave with something from
You
the
know
shop.
what? You know what, Brian? I think sure.
It's yours.
Oh yeah,
Yours.
go ahead.
Thanks.
Help yourself,
And
Jack.
You're also sponsored by Heart now, so go ahead and go to his shop and grab the
I
Heart
didn't say
stuff.
that.
So-
I said
Jack, I'm not sponsored, so you can't have anything from me.
Come and take your pencils.
No.
Mandalorian helmet.
No.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna end there.
All right.
Any final thoughts? Anything you want to finish up with?
No.
Thank you to our patrons.
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you much.
For still listening.
Oh, one more thing.
Go for it.
I'm sorry. I am making my geometric insects available as SVG files on Etsy.
Oh, yeah.
Personal plug.
We're gonna put them on our
You can find those
patron
files.
page.
Oh, you are?
Let's give them for free on to our patrons.
That works for me.
That's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
You're giving away stuff for free?
Yeah.
I'm taking your stuff.
Well, not for free.
Literally
'cause
ripping it off and
patrons.
giving it to
no,
our patrons.
see, you just asked me permission in
I did ask
person.
you.
Well, that's cool because we're giving the generator.
Everyone
to
who
Jack.
listens.
That's awesome.
So-
Let's do
Everyone
The guy
who
who
that.
has a
listens gets
solar
one,
powered
sure.
home
Everyone who listens.
really needs a generator.
So,
In reality,
In reality.
so going to reality, I think we will have a giveaway coming up soon.
Okay.
I don't know exactly when or what, but
Or with
there is something in the
Or
works.
for what purpose?
There is something in the works. I think it's sooner than later.
Okay.
So keep listening. There will be some sort of giveaway that a listener, not anybody in this room,
Oh,
a listener is going to win something free,
okay.
something cool, something woodworking related, because that's generally where we kind of
Yeah, that's
fall.
usually the way we do it.
So,
Yeah. Not always.
but yeah, that's pretty exciting.
All right.
So stay tuned for that.
Cool.
All right.
Thanks for coming, Jack.
Yes.
Thanks for having
coming.
me.
Yep.
Thanks, Jack, sir.
Thanks for letting us marry your sisters.
Yeah.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I totally
I
asked
had-
his permission after I went to his
I
dad.
have 6 of them. You can
Have them all.
take them all.
I only want one. Thank you. It's enough. All right, we'll catch you all. It's the only one I need.
That's what he
so
meant.
thankful
That's
for the
better.
one I have.
That's
I'm
better.
very blessed. Anyways,
too.
Save me now. We'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for
Maybe.
listening to the Phil Kilt podcast.
Ben won't be here.
I won't be here.
Ciao.
We'll catch y'all later. Bye.